November 1953. A secluded Zulu village in Natal, South Africa. A respected, yet unsuccessful sangoma consults another healer. He returns claiming a small, dwarf-like spirit, the Tokoloshe, sits on his shoulder and orders him to kill. What follows is an 18-month reign of terror. Born around 1910 in rural KwaZulu-Natal, Elifasi Msomi grew up surrounded by stories of spirits, ancestors, and ancient forces. From a young age, Elifasi was drawn to the mystical. He became a sangoma, a traditional healer, hoping to carry the spiritual weight of his people. But as he reached adulthood, it became clear to those around him that he was no gifted healer. His rituals were clumsy, his predictions vague, and his reputation among villagers was one of failure and ridicule. By August 1953, that rejection weighed heavily on him. Desperate to prove himself, Elifasi sought out a more experienced, unnamed sangoma, hoping to acquire greater powers. What he returned with, however, was something much darker than medicine or blessing. He told those close to him, including his mistress Ngongolwana Zaka, that during his journey a malevolent spirit known as a Tokoloshe had attached itself to him. A feared figure in Zulu folklore, the Tokoloshe is said to be a small, dwarf-like demon that brings mischief, harm, and sometimes death. Msomi claimed that this creature now sat on his shoulder, whispering instructions. Its demand was clear and chilling. 15 human sacrifices, the blood of 15 souls in exchange for spiritual power. The first name the Tokoloshe whispered to him was Olivia Kambula. In November 1953, Msomi lured her to a secluded spot and, in the presence of his mistress, he violated her, then killed her with an axe. He collected her blood in a bottle, his first offering. His mistress, horrified by what she had witnessed, fled and immediately reported him to the police. Msomi was arrested, but in a baffling turn of events, he managed to escape police custody, claiming that the Tokoloshe had granted him the power to disappear. His escape would mark the beginning of an 18-month reign of terror that shook the Umkomaas and Umzimkhulu valleys to their core. From late 1953 through April 1955, Elifasi Msomi moved between rural villages, brutally murdering a total of 15 people, including 5 children. All were killed with the same weapon, an axe, and many were mutilated. But these were not random or frenzied killings. Msomi said the Tokoloshe hand-picked each victim and ordered him to act. In his own words, he wasn't murdering, he was harvesting power. With every swing of the blade, he believed he grew stronger, more in tune with the dark force that had consumed him. Communities fell into fear. Some villagers refused to speak his name. Others raised their beds on bricks, a common Zulu practice to protect against Tokoloshes. Even police officers grew afraid. After his second arrest and escape, some refused to guard him, claiming he could vanish or curse them with his eyes. Then, in April 1955, Elifasi Msomi's luck ran out. He was caught again, this time for petty theft, not murder. Police had no idea who they were dealing with, until they searched his belongings and found a blood-stained axe and tokens from his victims, items unmistakably linked to the murder scenes. This evidence tied him directly to the killings, and for the third time, he was arrested. But this time, there was no escape. In the months that followed, Msomi began to cooperate with investigators. He led them to burial sites, even pointing out where skulls were missing or hidden. His behaviour swung between eerie calm and cryptic ramblings about the Tokoloshe. When the case finally went to trial in September 1955, Msomi pleaded not guilty, insisting that he had not been in control of his actions. "It was not me," he said. "The Tokoloshe was inside me. but the court was unmoved. Psychologists who evaluated him testified that he was highly intelligent and that his crimes showed not just planning but sadistic pleasure. They said he seemed to enjoy the screams, the fear, and the ritual power of the killings. He was fully aware of what he was doing. On the 28th September 1955, the jury found Elifasi Msomi guilty on all 15 counts of murder. The sentence was death by hanging. But even that did not end the community's fear. Some still believed the Tokoloshe would intervene, saving Msomi from execution. To silence these doubts, the South African government allowed 9 Zulu chiefs and elders to witness the execution firsthand. On the morning of February 10, 1956, Msomi was led to the gallows at Pretoria Central Prison. As the rope tightened and his body fell, one of the witnesses, Chief Iwandla Manzo, spoke softly but firmly. "I am satisfied. The Tokoloshe did not save him." But that wasn't the end of the story. In villages across KwaZulu-Natal, people whispered. Some claimed to see shadows darting through huts. Others believed Msomi's spirit lived on, now fully merged with the very creature that had supposedly possessed him. Whether or not you believe in the Tokoloshe, one fact remains chillingly clear. Elifasi Msomi's path from failed healer to axe-wielding serial killer left a scar that time and folklore have never fully healed. Now tell me, do you believe in the Tokoloshe? Or was this just evil dressed in tradition? Drop your thoughts in the comments.